And we're live. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Four Quarters. All sports, every day, all day.
And she's a babe.
I really got to stop talking about Aaron Rodgers.
My money's on that.
And to no surprise, my shout out, Caitlin Clark.
And with that,
We're live. Welcome in to another episode of Four Quarters on our Four Quarters Facebook page, 802 Scoops. We even got the logo up here for 802 Scoops, and we are on
look
YouTube.
at that. I didn't even
pretty
notice
sweet,
that.
Isn't it?
Pretty sweet.
Jamar Chase is like dogging it in front of it. In guest, I'm going to call her the information and stat director of our
100%.
podcast.
We're like, Jen.
This is Jen Esteveld.
Yes, this is the one we're like, Jen, what's this? Or what's
CB's
this name?
doing this on her laptop, and then she's also looking at that screen
Jen.
because she knows you're going to be chiming in.
Yeah.
So we have got Jen in the studio. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me. I was so excited. I
was a
walked
surprise.
in. Yeah, because I had no idea she was coming. I walked in and I just stopped and I was like, oh my gosh.
You thought I was talking to Wheels or talking to myself?
Yes.
Yes.
Either one is possible. Yeah.
Evening, Raylene. Raylene's in the house.
Hi, Raylene. Oh, you get a big ding, ding, ding shout.
I'm assuming
And
it's
look,
her.
Raylene, we got Squirrel, and we got 802.
That's slightly off camera.
Oh, we got 802.
Which one?
Which one? Squirrel?
802.
802.
And then Jamar Chase is going to, it's like playing chess. I do like this. Now I got to get a logo thing like that. That's
should.
really
Raylene, it's sick. It looks sick.
nice. It is sick. Love it. Wheels has softball tonight. I think her schedule went like this. She umpired our game on Monday. I think she was going out to dinner yesterday. She's playing tonight. Addie has a game tomorrow, and then she's umpiring again on Friday. So we'll see Wheels at the end of the summer.
Yeah, pretty much. Make that money, Wheels.
She's actually even going to help out Erica George with the little kids. Too,
Oh, nice.
Umpiring, so.
Oh, that'll be good.
So
Sounds
that'll
good,
be
Raylene.
awesome.
I
That'll be
see them.
awesome.
I just have to see. I didn't play with them to test them out.
I'm going to give Joe Edson a huge shout out because I'm just going to keep shouting you out, Joe Edson. I don't know if you're in the house tonight.
Let's go, Joe.
CB, I'm going to let you start off because you're going to do a shout down.
Yeah.
Let's start it off with a down before we pick everything up.
My shout down is to ACLs because we're like, what are we like? 3 weeks into the
God.
season and we have 2 ACLs injuries in the WNBA.
And huge injuries. Not
Huge
that
injury.
there's but I'm just saying.
but-
Rakia getting a fresh
Rakia
start.
Jackson, I was so heartbroken. And then Chikova, I actually talked about her last week.
did.
Because I was so impressed with her on the Lynx. And the Lynx are struggling. They need a big, yesterday.
They need a fee.
But we've talked about this a little bit, but because I went down another rabbit hole because I was like, all right. Because I'm a nerd like this.
I like it when CB goes down rabbit holes.
But pretty much, and let me see if I could zoom in on this. I probably can't control. All right, so I'll show you guys this. This is what they're going to see.
Oh, cool. Sweet. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can you see that, Lori?
Yep, can totally
Okay,
see it.
so there's
the hips.
there's studies, and it's basically, especially when it comes to basketball, women versus men players, women are at about a 4 times more likelihood to tear their ACLs.
Yep.
And so there have been tons of studies about, well, not tons, because we know how good the medical industry is doing research surrounding women, right? They're awesome at that.
Enter the sarcasm.
Hear the sarcasm. I feel it over here.
As a woman who loves research in the medical field, it's come on, guys. And so there are some modifiable and unmodifiable things that women athletes can do, and that's kind of what I went down because I knew that there have been studies about what increases the risk, but like what's modifiable and what's not modifiable. So what's not modifiable is, right, hormones play a big role in it. We've started to learn that especially for women's hormones, depending on where you are in your cycle, can increase your risk for ACL tears. What else?
I need a wah.
Yeah,
I know,
Go
because
ahead.
hormones are great, right, guys?
Or a buzzer that goes.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
And so one of the other unmodifiable ones is this thing that they call the Q angle. So women have wider hips than men because, we're born to give birth. And so it's about a 5-degree angle. So it's this angle between the head of the femur and then the knee. And so we have a little bit more of a angle here, right?
Yep.
And so then if you look at the ACL, that kind of helps with that stability, right?
Yep.
So you see a lot of them. So what this does is that because we have this wider angle here, when women jump up and then land and there's some perturbation, usually it's more often a non-contact injury, but their knees kind of go in and then that's kind of contributes to the tear. So how you can modify that, and again, I'm not an athletic trainer, but I am an OT.
They're pretty close.
I am an OT and I do work out. So doing things to really strengthen the knee, the muscles around the knee, specifically again, and young women athletes, consider this one. And I don't know if you already do it or if this is a thing, because again, I'm not an athletic trainer. I don't know what workouts you're doing, but if you do, throw a barbell on your back and do a squat. Go down really slow, because that's the eccentric phase. So when you're landing, you're going down, right? And so when you're going down, really think about knees out, and you can throw one of those bands on your around your legs, around near your knee, just above your knee, to help give you that input. So really think about knees out, slow eccentric. So go lighter weight, don't go super heavy. Think about slow eccentric and really increasing your quad activation as you're going to the eccentric. Because your quad, when it contracts, you're extending your knee. But when you're flexing your knee, it's helping with the eccentric, the down phase. And so what some studies have found is that men are better at activating their quads when they land. And so they have a little bit more knee stability because they activate their quad to help support the knee. So young women athletes, soccer, basketball, if you're doing a lot of jumping, soccer is a lot more pivoting, but basketball is a lot more you're jumping up. So jump up and land. And wherever your feet are, that's where you want to kind of that's how wide you want your feet to be when you squat. Go down super slow, put the band around your knee, think about knees out, and work on that mind muscle connection. So that's how you can kind of modify a little bit or help with this. And then what they've also found, and this wasn't as statistically significant as the other things, but it makes sense on a theoretical level because women tend to be smaller. We're smaller. We have smaller bones. We have smaller everything, right? Typically. So what they found is we have this femoral notch right here where the ACL is kind of housed. And so women tend to have smaller femoral notches, which also leads to sometimes smaller ACLs, so thinner ACLs than men. And so that can, again, not as statistically significant in the studies that I read, but there was a correlation between a smaller femoral notch and a smaller ACL, which may increase your risk for a tear. You can't really do much about this except for work on, again, the muscles surrounding the knee. But really, really unfortunate. I think more studies need to be made on specifically hormones and ACLs.
I'm sure you follow Emma Hayes because of soccer, but she, I swear, once a week she has a post and she talks about this a lot and about studying women's bodies and putting that thought behind it, and about how all the studies are based on men, and even when it comes to fields and hormones and pregnancies and all that kind of stuff.
Because more and more women, especially, but it's been decades, guys, but especially now, more and more women are going into sports, right? They're playing soccer, they're playing basketball. and like especially post-pregnancy.
Yeah.
So when you're pregnant, your ligaments become more lax because you're trying A, you're growing a baby, and B, like you have to prepare to give birth, so everything is kind of loosening up. So, and that takes at least a year to get your body back to where it was pre-pregnancy. At least. Not even talking about hormones themselves, but just your physical body. So the athletes who do have a baby, like Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, who came back like 2 months after, or 2 or 3 months after she gave birth, which is insane. Yeah. What are we thinking about those? Like, how are we taking care of those athletes? Right. Like, how are we taking care of them? How do we know what to recommend? When are they ready?
That's why they have
how can we
time training, athletic training staff?
Right, right. But the athletic.
In my day, it was women have wide hips.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
They weren't giving us any way to train.
Yeah.
They weren't saying anything.
Yeah.
It was.
But it's like
wider hips.
It's great that it's fantastic that we have more athletic trainers, but we're even as clinicians in general, we're limited by the research that's out there.
Yeah.
So
because it's based on
right,
male anatomy.
And so like how can we make the smartest recommendations and plans and fitness plans, making sure they're ready if we don't have the research to back it. So I guess a shout down to ACLs, but also a shout down to the medical research landscape.
I really need a wah.
Yeah.
It's got to be one where I can just play it off of my phone.
I bet you,
Yeah, I got to work
download
on that.
So that's my
We have mentioned the ACL a lot more in the last couple months because we were on, or I at least was on the Achilles. Everything was Achilles.
Everything was.
That was
Achilles.
NBA. It was like everybody in the NBA had it.
And then CB said, and now the ACL is like, hello.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit at the bar too, and I'm going to order a drink because nobody's talking about me anymore.
Because like in the men's sports, like football ACLs are more likely due to just trauma. They just get whaled from the side of the knee, like running backs just get whaled and their whole knee is destroyed. But like men, the Achilles, I truly think, and we're seeing this even in baseball, is men, like athletes are just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, right?
100%.
We're way more strong than we were 30 years ago.
100%.
And so there are limitations to that because those tendons, right, attach the muscles that are getting bigger and stronger to the bone. And so, right, there's a ton of research for tendons about slow eccentrics to help increase the strength of the tendons, but like, are we doing that, or are we just trying to get the athletes as strong as possible, right? So
that's part of it too.
Like, so it's just different causes for, right, different causation. So, and you treat them differently, based off of that. So I think it's interesting.
I'm going to get pictures of baseball players from the 70s, the 80s,
like
the 90s,
or even like
from
more
every
recently.
generation. Because
Like,
I'm 60 and I know what baseball players look like in the 70s and 80s.
Like Babe Ruth.
They all look the
was
same.
like a fat
or Babe Ruth,
fat drunk.
David Wells.
Yeah. Bartolo Colon, who pitched until he was like 42 or 43 and hitting a home run.
Well, CC Sabathia was he was tinier now than he was when he was playing.
Yeah, but he was a big guy.
Yeah.
Didn't he have some health scares though?
He
too?
did. Yeah.
Well, everyone always said like
I'll do
before like the incoming of like power pitching, like
right.
pitching was, you didn't really have to be too athletic. Right? You had to have good mechanics and detail about that, but like you didn't have to be the most athletic person on the field.
Right.
But like now with the power pitching, they're just becoming stronger and they are becoming more athletic. But then now we're seeing all these Tommy John surgeries. So it's interesting to see how sports and athletes are changing and how the medical research
it keeps evolving.
Community,
though. That's the thing. It's
like,
come a long
response
ways.
to them. Yeah.
Yeah. It really has come a long ways. Trust me. From my first ACL when I was, I don't know, in my 20s.
Yeah.
And there was one ortho. There was one guy you went to and you had to go to Burlington.
Yep.
I'm not kidding you guys. You had one person you could go to. His name was Dr. Johnson. And I was in my 20s and he's like, well, you're not going to be an Olympic athlete. And I was like, so you're not going to fix my ACL?
Yeah.
I mean, that was
But
what
I
was
am
told.
only 20.
Yeah, right?
And I look at how far it has come and it has evolved and this, and like you said, CB, you can give the medical field a shout down too, but
Yeah.
it's come a long way. So
It
it's going
has,
to
it
continue
has.
to
It
because
has.
of people like you.
Yeah. Well,
The minds, the brains, and what you're giving people to.
we hope we
the
have to.
tools you're giving people.
We have to.
We don't have any tools.
It's changing quickly, and
Yeah.
we need to
Yeah.
we need to keep up with that. Anyway, thanks for letting me nerd out.
Thanks for letting me nerd out. Now, I don't know where to start now because I can't nerd out on you guys. Mine is just brain dead stuff, pretty much. I don't know where I want to start. I think I'm going to start with the numbers tell a story because you guys, I like numbers. So we have been bragging about Aaliyah Boston, AB.
Yeah.
And I guess we gave her the podcast jinx. We were even pounding
Yep.
the table
Yep.
for MVP, which she still can get.
Yep.
She has not missed a game in 8 years.
Her
That's
whole-
275 straight games
Her
going
whole
back to
career.
college.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Wah, wah,
insane.
wah.
Podcast
I don't
jinx.
know the extent. It is the podcast jinx. We'll give Wheels that one because she said MVP. I don't know the extent of the leg injury, though.
Yeah, I haven't seen any updates on her.
It's
Yeah.
been kind of pretty quiet. Another number I'm going to throw out at you, and I'm going to do this all season long. 15 pounds of muscle. God,
Yeah.
Paige Beckers.
Paige Beckers.
Dang.
Oh, she's off the injury report for the next Fever game.
Okay, good. Good. There's a ding, ding, ding. There's a thumbs up. I'm just going to keep talking about Paige Beckers and how well she housed that 15 pounds of muscle and how much it's changed her game. That's all I'm going to say, though. We're going to talk about the last 12 minutes and 40 seconds of Game 1 between the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know if you guys watched it. I started to watch it and figured it was done.
I saw the
I
highlights.
figured it was done.
I think
So,
everyone did,
this will, again, go down
including
in
the Cavs.
New York Knicks history, which, we haven't said New York. This is an epic one for New York Knicks history.
Yeah.
We don't say that very often,
Yeah.
okay, you guys? And this is going to go down as a colossal collapse for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm just going to point out a few things. Cleveland took command of Game 1 in the second and third quarters, stretching their lead out to 22 on a James Harden free throw with 7:52 left in the fourth. Okay? That's where we're at. From that point on, and including overtime, I love numbers, the Knicks outscored the Cavaliers 44-11.
Holy
God.
shit.
Let that marinate, because that's my other favorite saying. Shooting 75%
Oh my
from the
gosh.
floor,
That-
including a 6 of 8 from three-point range.
Even
Wow.
for the NBA, that's insane.
Yeah.
What? 6 of 8 from three-point land. Jalen Brunson, as he always does, scored 17 points on
yeah.
8 of 10,
We have a picture on that.
primarily attacking James Harden, who by the end of this series, the Cleveland Cavaliers will figure out that is why James Harden has gone from team to team to team. Cleveland shot 22%, 75%, 22%, and was 2 of 11 from three-point land and turned the ball over 6 times in that 12-40. Let's not forget, they turned the ball over 11 times in the first half. My high school teams have done much better than that in the past. So for that final 12-40, here's the last number that I'm going to give you. Jalen Brunson, I told you, 17 points, 8 of 10 from field goal and 1 for 1 from three-point land. Wait for it. Donovan Mitchell, who smoked it in the first half. We're going to combine Donovan Mitchell and James Harden for that last 12-40. 3 points.
Yep.
1 of 10 from the field. 0 for 5 from three-point land.
Yep.
You had that Game 1, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Just play. Just play.
Yep.
And that's not even adding the overtime. I went away, said Cleveland's won this game, and as I was falling asleep, I go to SportsCenter and they're interviewing Jalen Brunson. I'm like, why are we interviewing Jalen Brunson? Read up
There
on
you
it.
go.
Guys, what the F? What the F? All right, so we talked a little AB. We talked a little NBA. We talked about Paige Beckers. Don't piss off Wemby. I've said it for 2 weeks
Oh,
now.
yep.
But what an amazing Game 1.
Oh, man.
You've got the 2 best young teams in the NBA.
Yep.
Yeah.
You really do. So let's give Wemby stats. We're talking about numbers still.
Yep.
14 for 25 from the field, 12 for 13 from the free throw line. Love it when a big guy can shoot free throws. So he finishes the game with 41 points,
Yep.
24 rebounds,
Damn.
3 assists, 3 blocks, and let's not forget 1 steal. I'm going to give the whole stat line out.
He took them presenting SGA his MVP personally
Yeah.
and fucking destroyed.
That's it, right in a nutshell. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't need to say anything else. I would love for it to go 7 games. I would
That would
love
be
for it to
awesome.
go 7 games.
Yep.
I don't know if it will. I hope it does. Let's go more numbers, you guys. Okay. Toronto Tempo beating the Phoenix Mercury 98-90.
Yeah.
First time an expansion duo scored 30 points in the same game.
Yeah.
CB will put up a picture there.
Yep.
Brittany Sykes, 10 of 19.
Love Brittany Sykes.
Yep.
10 of 19.
She just makes me so nervous because she
Does
throws her body around
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
like crazy.
Getting
But-
hurt. And,
Valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm always so nervous that she's gonna hurt herself, like because she's like ragdoll.
Yeah.
But she did beat Dewana Bonner on a tip off. I was like,
Well,
hell yeah.
I got to keep that
I feel like
to myself.
Unrivaled was the best thing that ever happened to her because the
Yes.
first season, like
Valid.
she did she was
Yeah.
amazing, and I feel like
Yeah.
she finally got
Yeah.
the forefront of
Yeah.
like,
Like
oh,
people
this is-
realize how good she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her
100%.
shooting efficiency was fabulous. 10 of 19 from the field, 4 of 8 from three-point land. Pitches in with 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Marina Mabry, a little different on the 11 for 23.
Shooting percentage?
Yeah. 6 for 14. She shot 14 three-pointers.
Yeah,
So
she
31
will.
points for Sykes, 30 for Marina Mabry. Congratulations. Big win for the expansion team. Love the Toronto Tempo. But let's give a huge shout out to Kiki Rice.
Yes.
15 points,
Yes.
5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from three-point land. Let's pitch in there with 7 rebounds, 3 assists.
And her defense has been
Just
great.
2 turnovers.
And her defense has been
But
great.
the rebounds too for how undersized she is
Yeah, right.
comparatively is
Yep.
amazing.
She's been hustling, man.
She's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a goddamn dog.
Yeah. Super impressed with her.
I don't know if this is going to be my last numbers. Yep, we'll give it the last numbers. And we're going to go to the College World Series on the second half of the show. But for right now, I'm going to share Jen's text. It says right here, Jen, when we were texting, right? You already told me. So I watched Texas Tech.
I was on it.
Because Najee Kennedy is one of my favorites. Okay, that's one of the big reasons why we went to Florida.
Yes.
For me. was
Yes.
to see
Oh no,
her.
I stayed late to watch her.
So they're playing. Who are they playing? Ole Miss, correct?
Correct.
Ole Miss.
Yep.
It's probably somewhere on these notes. Anyways, she was pitching okay, but she was getting tagged.
Yes.
She was getting tagged. So I'm watching it until the 6th goddamn inning, and I'm working out, and I'm getting upset, and I'm like, I can't believe, not to take anything away from Ole Miss, I'm like, I cannot believe that I am going to watch them lose. So I stopped watching. Later that night, quite later that night, I was talking about something else, and Karen said, "Oh, I thought you were talking about Texas Tech." I'm like, why would anybody say that to me? I'm so pissed off at Texas Tech. Texas Tech came back and won that game.
Yeah.
10-8?
10-8. They were
10-8.
down 8-0.
Right. So I said to Jen, WTF. And Jen's response was, if I hadn't watched it live, I don't think I would have believed it.
Damn.
Down 8, 2 outs, 2 strikes in their last at bat.
Yep.
And you score 8 runs. Absolutely insane. And then the stat gave Jen me. You know, I love numbers. Teams are 0 and 640 when being in that scenario.
Yeah.
0
and 640.
640
That's insane.
when being in
Jen,
that
where do you
scenario.
get these stats?
So they actually said it on
Oh.
TV. But I knew because she does love her numbers.
I love my numbers.
I was like, Lori will be like the one person I know that would appreciate that, so that's why I sent it to
And
her.
Boyer pitched a great game for Ole Miss.
Yeah.
She pitched fabulous.
They took too long.
Right. So the 7th inning starts with, am I getting this right? Okay. Reached on an infield single.
Yep.
That's how the inning started. Lined out to short, out number 1. Strikeout, next batter up,
Yep.
struck out. Out number 2. Wild pitch moves runner from first to second. Single, then a homer. So
Well,
there's
in the
3 runs.
single, the single scored their first run.
Right. Okay, then the homer.
Then the homer,
Okay.
which was 2 more.
2 more. Single to shallow left. Again, single to shallow left. And here's the one. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. Pennell reached on an infield single to short. I didn't see it. Should that have ended the game?
Yes.
Oh,
It's one of those that it's one of those, like, sometimes they'll give you the base hit, but if you were playing shortstop, you would be like, I should have.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Anthony
So-
Volpe play?
There's the dagger.
Especially with other, because the ball didn't have to go to first.
Right.
So
Right,
any
right,
stop on
right,
that side
right.
would have, and the pitcher should have been out before the bases got loaded.
God. So that, the single to short.
Yep.
Then a walk. Wait. Spearman walk. Okay.
I think she
gotcha,
did. Yes,
gotcha,
you're right. No,
gotcha.
she did. She walked for bases loaded.
And then Allred hit
Yep.
the homer to left.
She was a transfer in from, I want to say Oregon, but I don't know if that's. I know she's was one of their transfers, but
That is insane.
yeah, the bases got loaded, and I chuckled to myself. I was like, "Well, all it needs is a grand slam to win," and then
That is insane.
You manifested it.
it was. But then not only that, so they tie the game, but they go in extra, and they
and Ole Miss scores.
scores right away.
Kudos to Ole Miss. Ole Miss scores. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, good for them. I'm
Yeah.
looking through the whole box score, my numbers, geekiness, and I'm like, oh, well, kudos to them.
Yeah, they did come right back out and off of Nigel Kennedy
Yes.
as well. Yeah.
Because were they flipping pitchers? Who went in? Lincoln went in for, I think, Texas Tech for a little bit. But I don't have that box score. Or did...
I think so because Caitlin Terry, the one that had the first base hit to score their first run.
Okay.
I think she would have been the starter for the next game if they went to an extra
Okay.
if necessary.
Yep,
So I
gotcha.
think it was Lincoln or
Yeah.
their third whatever.
She pitched 3 innings.
Yeah.
Insane. Absolutely insane. So, Ole Miss, kudos that you come back and score a run. And then Texas Tech,
Yeah.
I'm like, put it away in the bottom of the 8th. I'm like, how? So, Jerry, man, I don't know if I want to bet against Texas Tech from here on out. When you survive like that,
I really love that guy.
something's in the air. Something's really in the air. And the numbers get any better than that, you guys.
No.
Insane. And I won't go any more into college softball because we will get to that in the
And I have another
third
good number
quarter.
for your college softball when you get to this
when
one.
we get to
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Um,
Because you're a numbers girl.
I'm gonna. I have to do a best thing I've heard. I think I do. I used to think I did it for CB, but I think I do it for me as well. And I just got it today, and it was from Coach Sean McVay, head coach of the LA Rams. And I like it when people hold themselves accountable, right? Right, Coach? Anyway, he's talking about the Jared Goff trade. And obviously keeps him awake at night, I think, but that's just my point of view. This is what Coach McVay had to say. I'm super sensitive to what an amateur I was with the Jared Goff situation in trading him. You want to talk about lack of courage, lack of clarity, lack of ability to be able to look somebody in the eye that you've had a lot of really cool experiences with and tell him, hey, this isn't easy, but we might explore an opportunity to acquire Matthew Stafford. And you will be a part of that trade if it does go down. But instead, it's like you kind of get frustrated, and it was really about me more than it was about him. McVay goes on to say, every player deserves to know where he stands or she stands with their coach. And Coach McVay didn't do a good enough job of telling Goff where he stood.
That's impressive.
Lack of courage, lack of clarity, and lack of ability to be able to look somebody in the eye. Which I'm just going to repeat that and stop there because that happens so often in our society. We hide behind a phone. We hide in a text message. And Coach McVay, it took you a few years to come out and do this, but thank you for doing it. And that is by far one of the best things I have
Props
heard.
to him.
Definitely. Well, and he's still young, too. I will say, as coaches go, he's on the younger side. So even the fact that he's not waiting until he's retired and like 80, like come out and say that.
So that was the best thing I heard. What is happening in sports? I want to know what's happening to Buffalo, just the city of Buffalo in sports. Is it a jinx? That was their first win, the first round since 2007, I think, for the Buffalo Sabres. I thought they had Game 7 when they scored to tie it up in the third. I was not worried.
When they scored the first goal, I was like, they were like a different team. Like
the first goal of the game.
The first when when they scored, like because they were down 2-0, and I was getting a little nervous. But they were
when
still.
They scored their first.
But when Buffalo scored their first goal, I was like, they started playing like really like they were on top of the things. The crowd started getting into it. I was texting my friend. I was like, all right,
we're okay.
Like, we're
I think,
like feeling good.
Because you had already said they don't play well from behind.
Right. And so, and they don't play well at home.
Which, mind-blowing.
Right. And so I was like, all right. And then they were the better team in that game.
100%.
The coach changed the lines in Game 6, which
if Ashley Tygeson's listening, she's going to be very mad at us, by the way.
Because I fell asleep on Game 6 because my nephew was over. I was around a baby all day, so I passed out at like 9:30. And so, like, when I was watching, they were down 3-2. And then you text me, and my friend texted me, and I looked at the score. I was like, how the hell did it get to 8-3?
Right.
And then I talked to my friend Sam, and she was like, they made lineup changes, and they didn't even skate. Like, they switched the lines. They didn't skate. They kind of just went one possession at a time. And then Game 7, they were the better team.
100%.
In the third period, I texted my friend. I was like, they need to score right now.
Yes.
They need to score right now. I thought they were going to score again before the end of the second period. It never happened. They had so many chances.
So you didn't see the third period?
No, I did watch the third period.
Did you see the whistle?
Yes. So if he didn't hit it, and even if the whistle blew, but he didn't hit it in, it still would have counted as a goal.
Yep.
Because it was in motion.
Yep. There's your game.
And then there's your game. And then they should have challenged the first one where the guy hit it, the Canadians' skate hit into, like, he hit it off a stick, and then he, like, kind of kicked it with his skate, and then it went in. And you can't do that. But Buffalo didn't end up challenging it, and I get why they didn't challenge it, because it was in the first period, and then if you lose that challenge, then you don't have any more challenges. It's Game 7. I get it, but like, hindsight.
I gotta tell you.
Sam says, I wish I could take credit for being the Sam that gave you that info, CB.
I tell you
Appreciate
what,
that, Sam. It was a great game.
You talk about having home ice advantage. Look at that Pistons-Cavaliers series.
Yep.
Pistons win 2 at home. Cavs win 2 at home. Mm-hmm. Cavs win at Detroit. Detroit wins at Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Cleveland wins Game 7. Yep. It's absolutely insane. I just think there's a jinx on the city of Buffalo.
Yeah. It was a great game.
How many Super Bowls? 3? Was it 3 or 4? The Jim Kelly era.
Wasn't it 4 in a row?
Was it 4? And you know that Buffalo should have won a Super Bowl somewhere in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. I'll be nice. Let's 3. And now we're all jumping on Sam's Buffalo Sabres bandwagon.
Yep.
Because I did too.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm screaming at the TV. I don't mind the Canadians, but I wanted the Sabres.
They haven't been in the final or the Stanley Cup since like '97.
Well, yeah, they haven't won a series since 2007.
And then my friend was born in like 2001, maybe. Nice. So I was like, that was before you were even born.
Sam, we won't rub it in anymore.
It was such a good game, though.
It was such a good game.
They were the
Game
better.
Sevens are fabulous.
They were the better team, but overtime is overtime, and it was like a nothing play that turned into,
some quick
Colorado,
tidbits.
but I'm going to call Colorado.
I think I'm going to ask you that on whiteboard, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe we will do that. Quick things going around the NFL as camp starts to open. Aaron Rodgers has said this is it. So, sis, if you're listening, if not, you'll be listening at some point.
You should have said that 3 years ago.
Is it? I think he's, because he goes down that rabbit hole and he sits in the black room in the dark.
Yep.
I think he was looking for a final ending to his story, and it's Mike McCarthy. And he had mentioned Mike McCarthy to Rooney. They get, at that point, I think Aaron Rodgers thought this was it after this last season until Mike McCarthy was named head coach. And the interviews, it looks that way. But he 100% has said this is it. So, sis, I said it to you before I heard it. It is now true. This is it. It is.
Let's see if he lasts the whole season.
Clint Kubiak talking about Fernando Mendoza. He's an effing baller, and he is as advertised. Okay.
Solid.
You know I love that.
Yeah.
You know I love that. So just keep that in mind. Let's talk Cleveland Browns, because thank God Wheels is not here. Let me give you a few quotes. Oh, one other quote, though, talking about rookies, Jordan Tyson. I'm going to talk about a rookie. He is an elite separator, says Tyler Shugg, only in his second year as the QB of the Saints. But I tell you what, I think he's going to love this kid a lot. Jeremy Fowler, who I love, is reporting that Deshaun Watson has hit it off with Todd Monken, who is now the head coach of the Cleveland Browns at the Browns OTAs. So we are thinking that Monken is saying the offensive concepts are things that Watson's known. He's known them from his past. And the love affair has already started between Coach Monken and Deshaun Watson.
If they bring back Deshaun Watson, they are truly the shithole of the shitholes. Like
he's going to start.
Like we all knew that the Browns were a shit organization, but if you bring Deshaun Watson back after all this, then you are the lowest of lows.
Dylan Gabriel, they drafted in round 3.
Yep.
He's now fighting to be the second in line.
Yep.
But that means second in line, Shador Sanders is in there too, which just tells me, in the end, Dylan Gabriel and Shador are fighting it out to be the backup.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Dylan
Can
Gabriel.
I just give a sidebar on Shador, just because?
Absolutely.
Did you know that he went back to Colorado and finished his degree?
I did.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I just
Thank
I
you.
saw that.
That's like
Michelle.
a small, find that
That's
super
huge.
impressive. That
Yep. Same.
because they don't have to, right?
No, right.
And most, I mean,
Right.
not
Yeah,
all,
they don't
but
have
a
to.
lot of athletes,
Yeah.
male athletes mostly, just because females usually have to stay.
Because they don't make money.
Yeah, well, and to be eligible, they have to be, older. But I just thought that was impressive when I saw that stat that he
That's
actually graduated.
Yeah, I respect that a lot.
Yeah.
The thing to watch out for, if you even care, because I really don't care about A.J. Brown. I think it's a lock. He's getting traded to the Patriots June 1st, but I've been hearing the Jacksonville Jaguars. And do we now think the Chiefs will circle back around and come up with a better deal now that Rashee Rice continues to be a punk?
What an idiot move.
So,
what an idiot move.
yeah. Had a cleanup procedure and then does what he does in the state of Texas, which you can't do that.
Nope. It's just
So
stupid.
30 days.
It's just stupid.
And it's going to be 2 months from the cleanup from the knee,
Yep.
which still put him in line for that August, get him
Right.
to camp. But now you're just being a punk, which you had proven to us you were already.
I was
that.
going to say, you already did it
Sorry.
once.
Yeah.
You already messed up once. Did you?
What is
Clearly didn't
happening?
learn. Yeah,
Right.
clearly didn't learn.
And that's when you really do. And he's in the last year of his rookie contract.
Yeah.
This is Andy Reid coaching this team.
Yeah.
I'm going, what the F?
Yeah.
And the last thing I got for all you Giant fans,
Oh God.
Jackson Dart. I think he's just blowing smoke. Jackson Dart said the Giants' offense would be a run-first offense in 2026. I believe that. Who's going to run first, Scatterboo or Dart? Because you don't want either one of them getting hit.
You don't want either one of them.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we're not going to be throwing the ball a lot. We still have Malik Neighbors and a plethora of receivers. You got a kid out of Notre Dame. You got, I can't think of the kid they got from the Atlanta Falcons. It'll hit me at some point. You got a plethora of receivers.
Yeah.
And you got Isaiah Likely as a tight end that you signed. So this is what Dart said during a recent town hall with Giant fans about how New York's offense might look under Matt Nagy. I'm not real big on him. We do know Coach Harbaugh likes to run the ball. We're going to keep giving it. You're going to love this quote. We're going to keep giving it to Cam Scatterboo until they can stop it. Or he gets another concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's likely to happen in the first week.
What do you guys make of that? Yeah.
Stupid.
And if Dart's running, he's gonna get a concussion.
He should be the last one running.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, and as a quarterback, don't you want to throw?
Right? Don't you want to throw? And he is not Josh Allen. He is not built like Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He is not built like. Yeah, and he's not small, but he's not built like Josh Allen.
Right.
You're absolutely correct.
I just don't understand. I mean, unless he's the one that like he wants to run,
Right.
but that's still stupid.
Yep.
At this point, CB's going to play a video for you guys, and then we're going to talk a little W before we go into college super regionals.
Hold on. Stop.
And you're really going to want to listen to this closely if you haven't heard it already.
I hope you guys can hear this. I think you can.
Now let me know when you're done. I mean, I listened to it like 5 times. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
So that is Coach Fernandez talking about, calling out his players. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember. That was after a loss to Minnesota, the Minnesota Lynx,
Yep.
where Dallas pretty much looked in control.
Yeah. Yep.
Again, let's give.
Karen said you couldn't hear it. Damn it.
Oh, bummer. I can actually play it, I think. Let me try to play it and lean in because I
probably had to change the audio
I love
input.
listening to it again and again. And if Elaine's listening to it, I know she's going to want to hear it.
I have it on my phone too.
Well. Whoops, where are we here?
Put it up to your thing.
There is. And you gotta look in the mirror and be accountable on how you played. And don't get upset if you think that you should have played more. Or you didn't play enough. Or you didn't get the shots that you think you should have gotten. Really good teams, they don't give a shit about that. You know what they give a shit about? They give a shit about winning. Because that's what matters.
So true.
So true.
It is very true.
So true. So what was Coach Fernandez trying to do? I'll just tell you as a coach. He was trying to hold his players accountable. Mm-hmm. It is incredibly early in the season.
Yep.
It's incredibly early in the season. So you kind of want to, and this guy is no fool. He's not a first-year coach. Very successful college coach of 20 plus years. They're playing okay, but they're not finishing games out. This has nothing to do with AZ Fudd. I don't know.
I thought Enrique right off the bat.
I thought
Enrique too.
And I went back and watched the
minutes.
game.
Yeah.
And I didn't see her being selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said minutes. And Enrique had a ton. I can't remember if it was what game it was, but there was a game where she had a ton of assists.
Who had a couple of. One she just missed it, rimmed in and out, was Odyssey Sims. But
She's playing well.
Yeah, she's playing so well.
And that's AZ Fudd's position, by the way, also. So it's like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I think he's just trying to give his team a wake-up call because the bleep, and the most important thing is winning.
Yeah.
And that's what he's trying to lay. He's
100%.
laying a foundation.
And look what happened in the next game. They came out
Thank you,
like
Jen.
gangbusters.
Against the Mystics. They
Yes.
just mopped them up. So guess what, you guys? It worked.
Yeah.
It did.
And as coaches, you got to light a fire. You
Yeah.
really have to light a fire. And this has nothing to do with AZ Fudd at all.
No.
She has already stated, I need to be patient. I know a lot of people would look at it like Jen's going to say, and you're looking at the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft that was loaded with number 1 picks.
Yes.
Okay? So it wasn't like you took AZ Fudd and said, now we have to figure out the identity of the Dallas Wings due to AZ Fudd. They already figured that out with Paige Beckers the year before.
Well, even some
They
of
went out in free
the people
agency,
they brought
filled
in.
the holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you bring in like Smith and Shepard.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
and Odyssey Sims.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yes, absolutely.
Like you bring in those key pieces. Like
Yeah.
like
That's why I almost wish that she went to a different team.
Like a Seattle.
Yes.
See, but I'm
or
the
something like
opposite
that.
of that.
But it's just there's so much attention to AZ, and
No, you
especially
want her
in
to have her
relation.
own identity.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's always in relation
Gotcha.
to Paige Beckers, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's
stop.
Yeah.
That's my only, like, I feel like.
But I don't throw up any,
But
like,
that's also journalists being lazy.
well, and I think a lot of it is like smoke. It's a lot of outside. It's a lot of fans. It's a lot of
it's a lot of
journalists
outside
trying
noise.
to, like just trying to,
They're,
like,
they're just being lazy.
yeah. As you said before we came on, like she's been playing probably for a year straight.
Yep.
Just
Like with summer ball
Caitlin
from last
Clark.
year.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Paige
and like
Beckers.
she's had numerous surgeries. Like they don't need her to play every
Right.
minute of every game.
exactly
Right.
it.
Right.
You know, like, or yeah, they just don't. And what happens to a lot of number one picks, Aaliyah Boston, she has a podcast with Candace Parker.
Yep.
And she was even saying it, like, when she went on to the Fever, it was like she was it.
Right,
Like she
right.
had to do all the work and
She
she
was
had
it.
to do all
Right,
that.
right.
Like,
Paige was it last year for the Wing.
right.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't
Even
know.
just bringing Fud,
Yeah.
you bought in a lot of free
I'm
agents.
not
Yeah.
worried about her.
No, not at
she's-
all.
Yeah.
She's still got
No.
one of the most beautiful shots in the
And
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the coach from an old balling coach
no.
here.
No.
You're
I
going to
like him.
continue. You do not want your team to get complacent.
Yeah.
And you're still all trying to figure it out.
Right.
You're all trying to figure out. It's a new coach. You've brought in 2 quality stud free agents.
Yeah.
You got Paige Becker in her second year ready to go. And don't forget with that 15 pounds of muscle.
But showed her guns the other day.
Oh my God, she does have guns. And everyone in the WNBA knows the scouting report on AZ Fudd. And I was just, this article I was reading, and it's like, don't let her shoot. So most defenders
Don't let her shoot,
are
guys.
executing pretty clean closeouts.
They are.
That's very important.
Yep.
A clean, high closeout is so important, and you're trying to take away AZ Fudd's 3-pointers.
Yep.
That will allow her to drive and get good looks in the mid-range, which she's very good at too.
And now,
Yeah.
and that's what happened in like this last game. Like
Yep.
after he made that comment, that's also what happened.
Yep.
Is she went in to the mid range every shot, and
Yep.
she scored
got a
12,
beautiful
15,
mid-range,
something
yep.
like that. Like she adjusted.
Yep.
Real quick, Joe is in the house.
Joey gave you a big shout out earlier.
Yeah,
we'll
he
give you
said-
another one.
Evening, ladies.
Hey, Joe.
Had the most awesome Sunday. B4B. I was overwhelmed by all of the support and the donations.
Oh,
Oh, Bikers for
Joe.
Beth.
Yeah.
Oh, Bikers for Beth.
That's,
Oh.
that's my guess.
I think
Probably
Karen
was.
clued me in on that
Yeah,
one.
because that was
Yep.
that was this weekend.
Joe, you're the man.
Oh,
you are
Joe.
the man. You are the man. Thanks for tuning in too, bud. Thanks for tuning in. So AZ Fudd will be fine.
Yep.
AZ Fudd will be just fine.
It's been like 3 games, guys.
AZ Fudd
Yeah.
will be fine. And here's the other thing. If you look at Paige Beckers was thrown out there. And like you just said, Jen. Aaliyah Boston thrown out there. Caitlin Clark thrown out. You get it done. And they're exhausted.
Yeah.
Because what is there, a 2 or 3 week window?
Yep.
Yeah.
So AZ Fudd landed in a good situation where they can say, we're going to bring you along slowly.
Yeah.
And slowly, it's not that slow either.
No.
I mean, she proved that in that Mystics game.
Yeah.
And as an old ball coach, the most important person, I always wanted a point guard over height. And my 6 gal had to be a freaking baller. And right now, that's AZ Fudd.
Yeah.
Eventually, it will
I mean-
probably be Odyssey Sims,
Yeah.
and Fudd will get some starts,
Right.
depending on the matchups.
Yep.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
I mean, you have AZ Fudd coming off the bench. You're
Right?
fine.
Yeah.
Right? I know we did like first impressions last week. My impression of this past week, other than the Dallas Minnesota game, which again I got to give a shout out to Olivia Miles, man, on those
Yeah.
high ball screens. She
Yeah.
was like 9 of 10 off of the high ball screens.
Yeah.
Courtney Williams, what the F? She keeps them in a game all by herself sometime. I don't give her enough credit.
But another person that like came out from Unrivaled, like
Yeah.
another one of those.
Good one, Jen.
Yeah.
What I also like is sometimes Courtney Williams just doesn't have it.
Right.
And sometimes she
Yeah.
will continue to shoot, and that kind of drives me
Right,
insane
that's
a
when you
little bit.
want to pull your hair out.
But like, so to have Olivia Miles there, like,
Yeah.
such
Yeah. Gotta get feedback.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get feedback. I forgot what else. Oh, my favorite game was the Fever Mystics game.
Yes.
I mean, the Fever came
Yes.
out, and that was on May 15th.
Yep.
Fever came out like they were going to blow them off the court. and
100%.
I stopped watching for a little while. Sorry.
There's a theme here.
Sorry, Mystic. I'm sorry. Yeah, there is a theme. And then I went back and said, holy crap. Sonia Citron.
Oh my gosh.
beyond a dog.
Yeah.
You're beyond
Bravo.
a dog. Citron, 30 points. Caitlin Clark, 32, because Clark did heat up.
Yeah.
She did heat up.
She was useless for the first 3 quarters.
Yes. And then that
Useless
fourth
for the
quarter,
first
she
3
freaking
quarters.
lit it up.
Yep.
So it's kind of comical. Here I go back to my numbers again. Citron, 30 points. Clark, 32. But the Mystic win by
2.
Two.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing from last
Yep.
week.
I'm having fun watching the Mystics, though.
Can anybody stop Citron going to the rim?
Nope.
I mean, she finishes like it's
Yeah.
nobody's business.
Yep.
Her and Paige Beckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Off
don't
the
care. And they
bounce?
don't care who's in,
Yeah.
like who they're
Nope.
going to be running into.
They're mid-range guys.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite game of last week, along with Dallas and Minnesota. I did watch that Minnesota-Chicago Sky game, and that's where you guys just want to talk about Hawkes.
Yes.
I
Oh
love
my
her so much.
God. I love her so much.
I also love
is
that
a
she was
dog.
right next to Natasha Cloud when she went
Yeah.
on her rant about Rakia, and she was right there, like didn't say anything, but was
Yeah.
like just like the support and like
Yeah.
the whatever. I was, yeah,
Like, I love Natasha Cloud, but it was a non-contact injury.
yeah,
And Chicago had like double the amount of fouls called for them. So there's a time and a place. I get the sentiment though,
right,
Yes.
but probably not for that situation.
yes. I think she's just like, I'm the mama bear. I'm just gonna say it
Yeah,
all the
no,
time,
for
but
sure.
definitely yeah,
Like,
but,
for sure, I get this 100% agree with
Yeah.
the sentiment. I just don't think it applied. And then Minnesota just lost Chikova to an
Right,
ACL
right.
last week. And then if you actually watch the replays, as soon as Rakia went down, it was the Minnesota team who called their athletic trainer came over first.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, so they knew how bad it was, so they were calling everyone, like Minnesota was calling everyone over for Rakia. So it just like, there was no malintent.
Here's my question, though. Where was my question?
Did she send that to everyone?
I got it.
Yeah, she did.
yeah.
Oh, Karen Safford always makes her presence.
Love you, Karen.
Yeah.
Also, delicious.
Natasha Howard, though, can we give her a shout out too?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
She's freaking playing some ball, you
She
guys,
is.
in her 13th season.
She is, because she's the only one down there.
Right.
Jesus, but off that pick and roll,
But
I'm
she's-
sorry, she's
yeah.
busting her ass out
Yep.
there.
And Minnesota, chill. She sucked at free throws at the beginning of last season, too, and she got better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yes.
I will say, though, for anybody that's dogging on Coach Fernandez, he made a joke because Paige was trying to guard her at one point. She was trying to guard Howard at one point.
Yeah.
And so the reporters asked him about it, and he's like, yeah, no, Paige thinks she can guard her, but she can't. And we don't want her or anybody else or any of our other guards or whatever he was saying, but that was, yeah.
Because Natasha's footwork is, whew.
Yeah.
And what about that Aces Atlanta Dream game on Sunday? That game, I went
So
back
good.
and watched it again because I didn't see all of it. And
Gray
if
is
you had
just-
told me the Aces were going to win and Jackie Young did not have a point, 0
Yeah.
for 12 and 0 for 5, but
Yeah.
kept playing
Right.
defense.
Yep. Her
IQ.
defense was great.
Yeah.
Chelsea Gray, we don't give her enough credit.
I mean, I think one of the things about the expansion teams, though, does bring in, like, you get to see more of a Howard. You get to see more,
Right.
like, with the Valkyrie last year, Veronica
Yeah.
Burton. Like, you
Yes.
get to see some of these
Yep.
yes.
people that were role players or
Yep.
barely made rosters
Yep.
come back in. And Chelsea Gray is just, and again, I think I didn't really know much about her until I started watching Unrivaled. And then again, when it's 3-on-3, you get to see
Yep.
all of these players doing.
Yep. Like, I always appreciated
Amazing.
her passing, but I never really
Yes.
truly appreciated her shooting. And when she played on Rival, I was like, oh man, she's got a
can-
shot
yeah,
on her.
yeah. But when you're surrounded by, you know,
Shooter.
at the time, it was,
Because she's
yeah.
a point guard, she's a passing guard
You
first.
have Asia Wilson or you
Right.
have Jewel
Yeah.
Lloyd or
Right.
whoever
Yeah.
else.
Asia Wilson was hilarious during that whole
Cracks me up.
Atlanta
was
Dream
freaking
game.
funny.
And they did like, was that the game where they did intros? And she's like, Asia Wilson from That Girl University. I was
Yes.
like, hell yeah, you are. Hell yeah, you are.
And I also have to say that I really like her and Bam because
So
there was
cute.
where
Yeah,
she,
they
did
are
you see the
adorable.
thing where so in
They're
the game
adorable.
she was like having a hard time, she was falling off the
Yes,
foul
yes,
line
yep.
and she falls over and
So she
his
didn't get the-
post
yeah.
was a flamingo.
Oh my God.
They troll
That's
each other.
great.
I love
It's-
them.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Sarah says, hey, that's Jen.
Aw.
Sarah Blondin.
London. Oh yeah. Hi. That's my cousin.
Aw.
Sarah, it's
Hi,
Jen.
Sarah.
It's Jen.
I know.
Tell her to
In
come on
studio.
more.
Yes, exactly. The people are going to want you more.
Hey, I said to her on Monday, I said, I did promise Charlotte I would come
Yes.
in. But
Hell
we
yeah.
play next Wednesday, so I was like,
How long have I been annoying Jen to come on?
oh, since you
Right.
started this podcast.
yes,
right.
exactly.
Right.
Lori and I have been like, Jen,
here.
you have to come on. Jen, you have to come on.
So Jackie Young scoreless, but
Yeah.
Kennedy Carter with 20 points. That helps
Yeah.
coming off the bench.
Yeah.
That 20
She's
points. And
been.
Jill Lloyd coming
Oh,
off the
man.
bench.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It
Kenny
doesn't
Carter
hurt.
also unstoppable going to the basket.
Yes.
Let me tell
Literally,
you the
no one can
power
stop her.
rankings, and you guys tell me. And again, this is 3 different power rankings I looked at.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 had the Aces at 1, 1 had the Liberty. So 1, 2 is either
Yep.
Aces or
That's
Liberty.
maybe the team I've seen the least so far. I just haven't.
Liberty?
Yeah.
Yeah, same
Haven't
here.
really.
Same
But
here.
wait, they're getting their 2 European players. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, yes.
Back. Phoebish and
Don't ask me to say her name. Pauline. Let's call her Pauline.
okay.
The undrafted rookie from France,
Yep.
who's
Yes.
averaging 16.8 points, 4
Yeah.
assists, and 2
So,
steals.
just give them
shooting 62% from the
Give
field.
them a second and they're going to be.
Astier. I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah, sure. Atlanta Dream at number 3.
Yeah.
Chicago Sky at 4.
Damn.
I would say yes, but with Rakia,
That's going to change.
yeah, I think that might change.
Right. Golden State Valkyries
Yeah.
at
Their defense.
number 5. Number 6, the Phoenix Mercury. I do not agree with that now. Mystic at 7. Fever at 8. Lynx at 9 and Wings at 10.
Wheels should have been here for that one.
Yeah, I know, right? She would have fallen. She would have left again. That was before the Dallas game with Washington, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
and-
would definitely bump Dallas up there.
And I don't worry about the Lynx because they still have, Fee hasn't come back yet.
Right.
Yeah.
They have a couple injuries on their bench that when they come back,
Yeah.
I think they'll be right back in the mix.
But they're going to need to go on Vegas Aces run.
Yeah.
I still like to dream a lot, and I
Me too.
really,
Yes, me too.
already as a
100%.
contributor on that
And
team.
Bree Jones hasn't even been playing.
Right. But as a major contributor, and I didn't expect this to happen this quickly, is Okot.
Yes.
Adina Okot.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm like, whoa, she
Yes.
shot out of.
Yeah, but even in
Out of
college,
the
like
gate.
she didn't start playing until high school or something.
Right.
I feel like.
She
crazy.
is making her
Yeah.
presence felt.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This rookie class is absolutely outstanding anyway. We are going to move on because we're going to have to go to overtime. Shocking. We're going to go on to the college super regionals.
My shirt. Everybody
Yep.
watches.
Look, ding, ding, ding,
women's
ding.
softball.
Hell yeah.
The super regionals start tomorrow.
Yes.
I think I gave you a picture of Jordy Fromm, so I'm going to give you the 3 finalists for the college softball player of the year. Megan Grant, obviously the single season home run record breaker. 38 home runs was the record she broke, but then she's already hit her 40th.
40th on a grand slam off of Jordy
Damn.
Fromm.
Damn.
Grand slam.
Grand slam off of Jordy Fromm.
Damn.
Batting about 500 as well. Jordy Fromm, a two-way force for the Cornhuskers, and obviously this is her second top 3 finalist, second consecutive year being a top 3 finalist. She ranks nationally in multiple pitching categories, including an ERA near 1.15,
Damn.
while leading the Nebraska's offense with 19 home runs. And Isa Torres, am I saying that right?
I think that's
Isa?
It's Isa. I
Isa?
think. Yeah.
Okay, Isa Torres,
It's not spelled
ACC
Isa, but-
Player of the Year.
Yep.
Maintained one of the most prolific statistical seasons in Seminole history, which makes me so sad that they are not in the Super Regionals, including a batting average over 530,
Damn.
Yeah.
16 homers, 56 RBIs, and broke the school record, the FSU school record for slugging percentage, .978, and on-base percentage, .591. I asked
That's
you,
a
Jen,
crazy OPS.
Yeah.
who's your pick?
Well, first I want to say also for Isa Torres, she
Yep.
at one point in the season, which is a record, she went 16 for 6. So we're 16 for 16 at one point
Are you
during the
kidding me?
No,
Damn.
she was 16 for 16. I don't remember what the
Jesus.
record
What?
originally was. I want to say it was like 12, maybe 12 for 12. But yeah, she went 6 for 16.
Oh my God.
I want to give a shout out to who I might have actually picked that's not on this list, who is Jordan Woolery. She is on pace.
Prop her up.
She's on pace to hit over. Right now, she has over a 500 batting average. Has
For
UCLA.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 home runs.
Oh, that gets Lori.
Yeah, over 30 home runs and over 100 RBIs. So as long as she finishes the
That's
season
insane.
she's like 506, I think, or maybe 511, something like
And
that.
she's not a finalist.
And she's not a finalist. She did win, like a Rollins softball or something like that Player of the Year award,
Okay.
but she's not on this list. And I think it's only basically because, and I can't knock Megan Grant either. Out of these three, I would pick her as the Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because I don't understand why people are pitching to her personally. Because
Just walk her.
Her 40th was a rise ball, and that she just went up for, and it was
That's
insane.
crazy.
So
On a rise
so
ball?
definitely, like, I think just like as the player, I would say Megan Grant out of these three.
Out of these three.
But my runner-up would be Jordan Woolery, and I actually hope that she gets the 500, 30. One. I think it's like I think she has the most RBIs in the country.
Okay. Okay.
I want to say like 111, 112, something like that.
Damn. So as long as she keeps pace.
Yeah. So
She'll
as
hit
long
it.
as, so as long as she hits for average and she stays above 500, she has the other two locked.
Damn.
But watching those two back to back is.
And remember, when we went to Clearwater in February, UCLA looked awful. They were the worst team there. But it's early, and you're
of this
trying to shake the rust.
Yeah. Well, the theme of this super regional though is going to be pitching, because the hitters are hitting in every team. I mean, that St. Mary's beat Oregon. Like
Right.
you have these
job giving them a shout out, Jen.
mid majors doing this stuff. I think honestly, any team in this super regional could win the World Series, and what it comes down to is if a pitcher decides to show up, because Carlin Picken Alabama hit 12 runs off her.
Yep.
Kennedy's
Yeah.
been beat up. Kavan's been beat up.
Damn.
And that's UCLA. Like, if they don't make 10 runs a game,
You're right.
they might lose.
Exactly.
And they won a super
Exactly.
regional game 11-10 because
Exactly.
their pitching isn't consistent either. So, and you have a lot of teams that actually only have one pitcher this year.
Yes.
Except for Texas Tech maybe and Alabama, I think, are probably the two most consistent pitching staffs.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the pitchers have to show up, because if they don't, it's going to be
A bloodbath.
yeah.
So before last weekend, of the top 16,
Look at them. Yep.
Alabama being 1, Texas 2, and Oklahoma 3. The only two to not make the super regionals, and correct me please if I'm wrong, is Florida State. Oh no, there's 3 of them. Hold on, I'm cheating too. Did Oregon make it?
No. That's who.
So
St. Mary's,
it's
I think,
Florida
beat them.
State. Right, you just
Yep.
said that Oregon and Texas A&M.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And the rest of them are all in the super regionals. Am I
Right.
missing
Yeah.
anybody?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So Arizona State, UCF had upsets.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, UCF. I got to say.
And that coach has been around. She's one of those, like, been around forever.
Yeah. Do you think UCLA a little bit went when UCF knocked off FSU?
Absolutely.
Because we watched FSU annihilate UCLA.
Yeah.
And I mean annihilate them. And again, that was in February.
Right.
But Central Florida, UCF upset Florida State. So I was like,
Yeah.
UCLA just went, oof, that might. And I don't want to take anyone for granted
Yeah.
here.
And I'm not even sure, like, again, because you don't see a UCF on TV
Yeah.
all that much, so I
Sure.
don't even know what they have coming in. Clearly, they have something.
Yeah.
Right.
And like I said, the coach has been around forever and always had one of those teams that's always been, like, in, like, mayhem or
Right.
whatever they call it. But I don't know what I don't know what it'll look like.
So the Super Regionals will begin Thursday, May 21st, and run through Sunday, May 24th. Similar to the Best of 3 Championship Series at the Women's College World Series, the Super Regionals are the Best of 3 series. The 8 Super Regional winners then move to the Women's College World Series, where another double elimination tournament commences in a 2-bracket format. So I'm putting the cart ahead of the horse there. So as I look at these, we have got, I'll quickly run down them. The Tuscaloosa region is number 1 Alabama and number 16 LSU. Austin region is number 2 Texas, defending champs, and Arizona State. Did they surprise you?
No, they have a really good pitcher.
Okay. I want to watch them play.
Yeah, so
I didn't.
I don't know much about their like other players, but Mac Morgan, I think is her name.
Okay.
I might be wrong. But their pitcher's been on the radar.
Okay.
In conversation.
And
so
I've
not
heard
so
great
much.
things about them. I
Yes.
have. I just haven't seen them play yet.
Yeah.
The Norman region is number 3 Oklahoma and Mississippi State. Lincoln region, number 4 Nebraska and number 13 Oklahoma State. Fayetteville region, number 5, the team I'm pounding the table for, Arkansas, but number 12 Duke, yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. Gainesville region is number 6 Florida and number 11 Texas Tech. Knoxville region, number 7 Tennessee and number 10 Georgia. And the LA super region is number 8 UCLA. And the dark horse UCF Central Florida. So I asked you, what region piques your interest the most?
I do want to say a side note, the coach of Duke, one of her daughters plays on Duke, and her other daughter plays on UCLA.
Get out.
Yeah.
Wow. Write that one down.
Yeah. Lamar are her daughter's last names. But yeah, so she has one that plays on her team, and then she has one that plays for UCLA.
Duke and one on UCLA. Okay.
Intriguing. You know,
Just one where you say, I got to watch this. I got to watch this one. Mine is Arkansas and Duke.
I think Texas and Georgia could actually be. Tennessee and Georgia, and
Agreed.
and they start tomorrow.
Agreed.
Anything that's in the Alabama LSU, Alabama I think is the better team, but when it's an SEC matchup, the SEC matchups are insane, and they play each other and
know each other.
Yeah, and so I think even the lowest seed of an SEC team could end up, going through and sweeping if they find themselves on a roll. So,
And you got to get on a roll this time of year.
yeah, I also think Nebraska and Oklahoma State. That one I think is, and actually that one's tomorrow.
That's the one I wanted. And I did see Oklahoma State. I've caught 2 or 3 of their games. Very impressed with that team.
They only
Who's their
have
big pitcher?
So Ruby Malin, and I think that's the problem. So teams, back in the day when we first started, when it was first on, teams had one pitcher. And they
just pitched.
Arizona Terra Mowat pitched like 700 pitches in a World Series when they won, but mostly it's been pitching staffs. And this year that's like UCLA doesn't really have, they have a staff, but that they can
that
count
one
on.
pitcher that
Oklahoma State is that way. Nebraska, they have 2. They have a young pitcher that will be up and coming and still holds her own next to Jordy Fromm.
She's fabulous.
Yeah, and
Have the gate open for her. Just gonna throw that out there.
Alabama, same thing. Yeah, Alabama, same thing. They have a junior and a freshman that are just equally as good. And Texas Tech, Nigeri has backup now. So Nigeri hasn't pitched every single game.
Do you think Florida's a little scared they got Texas Tech just because
I would
they
be.
survived?
Right,
We already said earlier in the program.
Yeah.
I don't want to bet against Texas Tech right now. And if Florida ends up winning that region, kudos to them.
And
Big
Florida
time.
can
Boom.
hit too, but again, it's like which pitcher is going to show up to actually shut somebody down. It's crazy. Can I just add, because I don't know if Charlotte
Before whiteboard? And you're going to do whiteboard. You and Charlotte are doing whiteboard.
I just want to add, because I'm pretty sure anybody that's watched the show does not know that my favorite team is not Oklahoma. This hat.
I had to ask you again the other night.
Yeah, this hat. I
who
do
is that?
like Oklahoma. If I had to rank teams, they'd be number 3. But this is purely for Jody. And I just, So her hatred, and this was on sale. I wouldn't have bought it full price.
And hate's a strong word, but I think it is hatred.
Yeah, she really
do
hates
think it
them.
is.
And so I just wanted to make that clear. Don't get me wrong, I would root for them. But yeah, they are not my first favorite. I'm back in the early 90s. I was an Arizona girl. and then Alabama is number 2. But I just wanted everybody else to know that because Jody likes to, but I do egg Jody on purposely.
It's so
little
fun.
bit.
Yeah,
It's so fun.
purposely.
It's so fun.
Love you,
Jody.
So yeah, love you, Joan.
Grab your board, Jen. Here,
Goodness.
CB. We're in overtime, and I've got so many questions. I'm gonna have to narrow it down a little bit. We named the show Ballers because we were talking about ballers and 30 years. Because I have to keep telling myself, 30 years of the WNBA.
That's insane.
And you've had, and to show you how far it's come, like a Houston Comets, still are the dynasty. I know that the Lynx and Aces are chasing that elusive one more. But then they lose their franchise, whether it's ownership, whatever. Detroit had a team. They lose theirs, and now it's coming back around again.
Yeah.
So anyways, first question, 30 years of the WNBA. So many pioneers. Oh,
God.
Okay? I'm just
I know
going to
where this
name
is going.
some, but I want you to just, as I'm just babbling out names, you can take one of mine or you can go with what came to mind first. So pioneers of the game. Candace Parker, Tina Thompson, Maya Moore, Simone Augustus, Chelsea Gray, Diana Taurasi, Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper, Sue Bird, Swin Cash, Teaspoon, Rebecca Lobo. I think those are the only ones I wrote down. Pioneers of the game. Who comes to mind first for you guys?
Oh, God.
And I'm actually going to answer 2. And it doesn't have to be anybody that I just named. But I was watching an interview, and it was Swin Cash and Cynthia Cooper. And they're funny. And they do a really good job in studio. A really, really good job. Where's my other WNB? Oh, yes. I asked CB this last week, and I don't remember her answer. But now that you're here, Jen, I'm going to ask it again. Who wins their first WNBA title? Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, or Paige Beckers? And then I'm going to shift to football. Some free agents that are still out there. Oh, boy. Oh, there it is. We're going to go 3. Stephon Diggs has been talked about a lot lately.
God.
What is the best fit
God.
for Stephon Diggs? The Chiefs, Commanders, Rams, or Falcons? Chiefs, Commanders, Rams, or Falcons? That could all use that second or third receiver. And it may not be any of them.
Oh, God. Oh,
A.J. Brown, where's he end up, you guys?
God.
Patriots, Chiefs, or Jags? Oh man, I got a lot here. We're gonna cross this one out because we don't need this one. I messed up, you guys. We're going back to the WNBA. Tomorrow night, who wins between Golden State Valkyries and New York Liberty?
Ooh. When did Liberty get their players?
Right.
Is it tomorrow? I know they just cut some people.
I know Aubrey Griffin got cut. That made me sad.
Who wins Friday night's game? Actually, I got 2 for you guys for Friday. I'll cross that one out. Dallas Wings, Atlanta Fever.
Wait, Dallas Wings or
At Atlanta on Friday
Dream.
night.
Dream?
Dream. I'm sorry. Did I
okay.
say Fever?
You did.
Because I got them next. I got excited.
That changes
Okay.
my answer.
Dallas, Atlanta on Friday night. My B.
Okay.
And part 2 on Friday night, Valkyries or Fever. God, I got the Valkyries in there a lot, don't I?
Ooh.
Okay.
That one's tough.
And then we're going to go to predict the Super Regional. And I'm hitting on 3. Who wins between number 5 Arkansas and number 12 Duke?
Oh goodness, that's hard.
Yeah, I picked the 3 hardest ones. Trust me.
Okay.
Who wins the Gainesville region between number 6 Florida and number 11 Texas Tech? CB's like, I'm just flipping a coin over here, but I think she listened well here. And who wins the Knoxville region? Number 7 Tennessee and number 10 Georgia.
Is it Who I Want versus?
I know, that's just it. That's what I just did. An extra credit. They are about to put up a statue at LA Crypto.com arena for Lisa Leslie.
Yep.
There's only one other WNBA player that has a statue.
Oh, yeah.
Name that player.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't know
I
it,
think
just
I
put a
will.
question mark.
Doesn't everyone?
It's only 2 WNBA players that
I'm
have
going to be
a
very mad when you
statue.
say it out loud because I know
They just put it up like last year. It was like last year, right?
That I don't know.
Okay.
No.
Last year or the year before.
But it's before their play in the WNBA, not for their play in college. Is that correct?
Right, it's WNBA.
Right.
Because there's only 2 now, once they get Lisa Leslie's up. Whoops.
Oh,
All right.
gosh. Duh. Yeah, I'm on it. Don't mind me. It's the lights.
All right, let's
Fog
do
in my brain.
this. All right, 30 years of the WNBA, the Pioneers. The game is at an all-time high, but let's not forget the Pioneers. Please, let's not forget the Pioneers. Who do you think of when you think of the Pioneers of the WNBA? CB?
So since you chose 2, I chose 2.
Yep,
I
do
chose
it.
two
did.
as well.
Maya Moore and Lisa Leslie.
All right.
I did Cynthia Cooper and
Oh,
Teresa
yeah.
Weatherspoon because
Oh,
that was
nice.
I think that was the
Yeah.
first big matchup with the Liberty and the Comets. So those are the 2
Great
that
choice.
I remember.
I did Lisa Leslie and Cynthia Cooper.
Nice.
Coop was
I
probably
don't think you
the
can
one.
go wrong with anybody you had
Nope,
on your list.
Nope,
so.
nope, not at all. Not at all, because, I mean, how did I not say Diana Taurasi? Because she's my girl. But we're talking the Pioneers, and listening to Swin Cash and Cynthia Cooper in studio
Swin Cash.
made my weekend. Made my weekend. All right, who wins their first WNBA title? Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers. What do you got, Jen?
I said Angel Reese based on her team.
I think
did
we
I.
all 3 said that.
Yeah,
I said
that's,
Angel
that's
again.
the team.
Based on the makeup of the Fever.
Yeah.
Okay, shifting to football. Free agent that's still out there. Yes, we don't like Stephon Diggs, but where's his best fit? I'm throwing out Chiefs, Commanders, Rams, Falcons. What say you, CB?
I'll tell you my first thing I wrote later. Off air.
Okay, off the air?
Off the air, I'll
Okay.
tell you what I wrote.
Killing me. It's not going to be pretty. I know
No.
it's not.
But it's going to be funny, no doubt.
Okay, do you want Jen to go?
Yeah.
Jen, who'd you have?
I said Chiefs only because I feel like Andy Reid's probably the only one that could
Good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
put him in his place.
Yeah.
I said Commanders.
Me too.
You said Commanders.
Yeah.
Okay. And now with Rishi Rice being Rishi Rice.
Yeah.
Who does A.J. Brown get traded to? Chiefs, Pats, Jags. I said Pats.
I did too.
Me too.
I think it just...
Guys, this was my first reaction.
And there it is.
There it is.
And
You can't,
there
I mean,
it
that is true as well.
Is next up the WNBA, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Thursday night's game. Who are you picking? Golden State Valkyries at the New York Liberty.
Who I hope to win or who I
No,
think?
who do you think's going to win?
Wait, I thought the Valkyries was in a different one.
They're
I
two.
got
Oh, there were
them in there
two.
twice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I got them
picked
twice.
them once and didn't pick them another time. So I picked the Liberty.
Yeah.
I
yep.
got Liberty. Okay.
Yeah.
Friday night's game. Dallas at Atlanta. I cannot miss this game.
I picked Atlanta.
Or
Me
I go
too.
back and I watch. You guys are picking Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who are you
I-
picking?
Dallas.
Ooh,
So I'm gonna put
nice.
Jen and
Nice.
CB. And then the Valkyries at the Fever.
I picked Valkyries.
Me too, because
Oh my God, we
Fever-
went opposite.
because Fever's defense sucks.
Yeah.
So Jen and CB
And
went-
Valkyrie's defense is
That is funny
they
that we went
Valkyries
opposites.
Valkyries
That's funny.
gave Fever a lot of issues last year.
Yeah.
All right, shifting back to the super regionals. We're going to the Fayetteville region. Number 5 Arkansas and number 12 Duke.
Can I wait?
Just writing us messages.
That's my answer.
Don't bet. Don't put money down on me though.
Oh my God! Did you pick anybody?
No.
Okay,
I
then
literally
I'll go.
I literally wrote whoever Jen says with an arrow.
I picked Arkansas.
I picked Duke.
I knew it. And I think I'm picking Arkansas because I put CB.
Well, you've been going hard.
Because I just
Arkansas.
been pounding the table for Arkansas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I don't
they're
like
a great
the matchup.
team.
I don't
Yeah,
like the matchup.
it's definitely a matchup. Yeah,
Gainesville, number 6 Florida, number 11 Texas Tech.
I took Texas Tech.
I did too.
Yeah.
My heart too. That's my
Yeah.
heart. So we both went there. This one's hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
Knoxville Super Regional, number 7 Tennessee, number 10 Georgia.
I went with Tennessee.
Me
I
too.
want Georgia to win, but I went with Tennessee.
Me too.
Also because Tennessee has actually 3 legit pitchers, and
Yeah.
Kylan Picken is not their number 1 with ERA
Oh,
on the
really?
team. Yeah. Sage Marcheco is her name, and
Wow.
she's if you look at ERA, she's 1, Picken is 2, and then they have another. Let's just say if these, who knows about the transfer portal, but if they don't, Tennessee would be just fine next season with when Pickens goes pro.
Extra point. I think you guys all got this. There will
took me way too
be
long.
2 WNBA statues. Lisa Leslie's will be put up at LACrypto.com arena. And the first one was?
Super.
Yeah. Woo! Good job, you guys.
I'm
at
sorry, Sue, it
Seattle's
took me too long.
Climate Pledge Arena. What is the name? These arena names
Yeah.
are weird. I want to give 2 shout outs before we sign off. If you're driving around on Friday around 4 p.m. and you're near U32, go watch the Spalding Crimson Tide take on the U32 Raiders in Girls Division II softball. I will have quite a few pictures to post, I hope, next week before the show. And my biggest shout out is to my dear, wonderful friend, Bill Croney. You have been a mentor to me for most of my life. Let's say 40 years. Let's at least say 40 years. Thank you for making my day today. Thank you for everything you have done, from becoming a science teacher in Hardwick to bringing in an industrial arts program at the middle school in Montpelier, coaching the middle school program at Montpelier, building the sets for the plays because you were the industrial arts teacher, and then all about radio, my man, WSKI, and then on to the Northfield News as a reporter and a photographer. And thank you for that amazing night where I retired from Northfield after 15 years, and he did a article on me, and we sat at a pub in Northfield, and we talked, and we talked, and we talked, and we talked until his wife showed up to get him. He didn't call her, she just got a little worried.
Yeah.
And
Not surprised.
today, when
Right.
we talked about, everything is streaming now.
Yeah.
There's podcasts. There's everything. His was SKI, mine was SNO. It was radio. It was radio.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave you with Bill Croney's words that I absolutely love, because his voice would just soothe you. And he said, when it was radio, Lori, I got to paint a picture
Yeah.
to my listeners.
Yeah.
And I painted the best picture I could with the best of my ability, because I'm painting them a picture every single night. I painted that picture with everything I had, all my passion, because I wanted them to smell the popcorn.
Nice.
Nice.
And now, well, it's just paint by number.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Thank
Very
you, Bill
well.
Croney, for being who you are and for being one of my mentors in life. You're absolutely fabulous, my friend. Watch the Super Regionals. Again, high school sports. We got 2 weeks left. So we're really going to have to talk about that a little bit more, dive in a little bit deeper. Jen, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Come
you,
back.
guys.
You will be
Thanks for
on
having me.
again.
Come back. Yep.
Watch the Super Regionals. Watch the WNBA is in full force. And the last thing, who wins the Stanley Cup?
Colorado.
You're saying Colorado.
I'm saying Colorado.
I'm saying Carolina.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You got to vote here?
No, I'm gonna
Okay.
leave it to you guys.
You're going to leave it to us.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see you next Wednesday. I don't know. There's a softball game.
Yeah.
There's a
Softball game.
birthday. Look for the post. We'll either be on Wednesday or Friday, but we will figure it out. Have a great weekend and enjoy this awesome weather, because remember, it was freezing last week when we were on.
Yes.
Have a good weekend and the rest of the week.